Hi, welcome back to Basement Backgammon. On this episode, we'll be looking at problem 157 in Bill Robertie's 501 Essential Backgammon Problem Series. Now, before we get into the problem, there was a comment on the previous video, or 2 days ago, I should say, as I'm recording this, and someone asked I should say whether or not these problems are match problems or cash game problems. All of the problems in Robertie's series are money game, cash game problems. They're not match series. That's just the way he wrote the book. So just getting that out of the way. So in this particular case, this is a doubling problem, as all of the later stage problems in this chapter are. We have to determine whether or not black should double in this position and whether or not white should take if black does double. Please take a look at the board. I'll give you 10 seconds to decide, and I'll come back with Robertie's answer. Okay, so according to Robertie, this is a double by black and a take by white. The double seems relatively obvious, the take not so much, but let's talk about what Robertie says about it. Black has a good collection of advantages which add up to a double. He's ahead in the race, white is on the bar, and about half of black's numbers make a good new point or hit a blot. White can squeeze out a take based on black's slightly awkward distribution, white's good board, and his 1-point anchor, which will give him chances right up to the end. So what Robertie's basically saying here is that, yes, black is clearly in for a double. White's on the bar. That's obviously a huge advantage. White doesn't have the 6-point blocked, so black straggler can jump over. If white dances, black can even make a 6-1 to pick up another checker. Excuse me. And any 4 makes a point over here, and a 5-4 makes a point inside. So does 4-4. So there's a ton of good things for black to do here. So we understand the double. The take is basically based off the fact that there are some good numbers for black and then some numbers that are not so good, and white can pick up the advantage again. If white can come in on the next roll, which is 3 points open, there's a 75% chance of advantage of white doing that. Then if white, let's say, makes this point or even hits loose, there's a chance that white can pick up, swing the advantage and turn the game around, especially as black has not made their bar point, which would give them kind of almost an overwhelming advantage. Black still needs to jump this guy out to lock in the overwhelming advantage, but now, before they do it, would be the time for black to double. So this is a double from black, a take from white, a small take from white, according to Robertie. Let's see what XG has to say. I'm going to throw it over to XG for that analysis right now. And we're back with our XG analysis. Robertie says this is a double and a take. He says it's a fairly easy double for black and a small take from white. Let's see what XG says. Now this is interesting. So when I hit XG++, and I've left XG++ up here for a moment, the blow up, which I'm going to show you in a moment, is actually a rollout of 2,500 games. XG++ says this is a double take, and if he says if you don't double it, it's a 2.6% error. But, and I'm going to show you right now the blow up of the rollout. Here it is. The rollout says it's a no double take, and actually doubling is a 1.9% error. So basically, depending on how you look at it, the more you analyze it, the more it becomes a no double take, but it's right on the border of double. However, it's a take in both cases. White should absolutely take this position. So that's the analysis. I thought it was interesting that XG has 2 different things to say about it, depending on how much analysis you do. XG++ is not as in-depth as rolling it out 2,500 times. And I'm sure if I rolled it out even more times, who knows how many, where this would go. But 2,500 is pretty good rollout. Anyway, I thought this was kind of interesting because Robertie seemed pretty adamant that this was a double for black, and I certainly couldn't fault them. No matter which way you go, it's not a small error. I mean, it is a small error either way. So if you double, if you don't double, you're not making a huge mistake, no matter what the XG ends up saying. So I thought it was an interesting analysis. I hope you liked the video. Please please subscribe to the video series if you haven't already. We're doing one a day to the end of the series. This was problem 157. Yes, 157. And I'll be back tomorrow with 158. See you then. Thanks.